I think that a clairvoyant and an undertaker should get together because they'll make a killing on pre-advanced bookings.
Hi, welcome back, and welcome to Tools of the Trade, our regular segment looking at the everyday heroes. G'day, Ian.
G'day. We thought, as a change on Channel 31, we'd have the guest actually introduce rather than the host. What are you doing? Who are you today, Travis de Jong?
Well, today I'm the real me. The truth is I don't actually clean up roadkill and all that. We just actually didn't have a guest, so we had to fill in. But, without ruining the illusion too much, we do have a real guest for you today, and that guest is a wonderful man by the name of Mark. If you'd like to come on, Mark Carey, come on down. Come on down. Now, Ian, I know this is your show and all that, dolls, but we need the space for Mark. Is that okay? Don't be upset with me now.
No, he goes and volunteer at Channel 31. We're all stars.
Okay, thank you. Now get your butt off. Come on, Mark. Please take a seat. Okay, g'day, Mark. So tell us what it is exactly that you do.
I actually operate Mark Carey Funerals in Albert Park, and I'm passed as a funeral director.
Oh, right. How long have you been doing that?
About 14 years. As a funeral director and about 4.5 on my own.
Fantastic. And have you found any sort of major differences between perhaps what something like the straight community would like with their funerals and maybe what the gay community likes?
What we find is I guess the gay and lesbian funerals are usually more demanding because there's a lot more music and the people are usually a lot younger and usually a funeral that's more of a celebration than a mournful traditional funeral.
And do you get many sort of special requests for, what are some of the specialities perhaps?
Okay, we have funerals, requests to have funerals in backyards of homes, in parks, on the beach. We do a lot in Rip and Lee, the reception centre in Elstonwick, and we tend to try and, as I say, have a great celebration and a big affair.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I believe you've got an example here of one of the fine example of a very sort of special coffin, if I'd say, yeah.
Okay, so this is a casket, and there's a new group in Melbourne called Good Grief,
yeah.
And they're now doing padded caskets and coffins, and you get, like this one's called the Monarch, it's got fleur-de-lis all over it.
Sure.
But there are pink fake fur ones, and we also have a full range of hand-painted coffins. So Good Grief are doing a really good business at the moment.
Fantastic. Well, let's walk down and have a look at this. I want to have a closer look at this little mummy because it looks wild. Wow. So it's a speciality thing, is it?
It is. It's not for everybody. A lot of people still like the traditional coffins and caskets, but this, it just offers people something a little bit more different. And somebody actually asked me earlier, would I have one? I said no, but that's only because I have other ideas that I want and a big celebration as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. And how did you get into this?
Sounds a bit funny, I'm a chef by trade. But, I've always wanted to actually be a funeral director, and so I've got into funeral directing at a young age, and I love every minute of it.
You don't find it too heavy, maybe depressing or anything?
It has its days, but you, as a professional, know the line to cross and when to pull back, and if I couldn't keep in control, I wouldn't be a very good funeral director.
And just one final question. I mean, everyone's always interested in, what's happening today and that sort of thing. What are some of the more sort of modern trends, if that's not too macabre to go on about?
I guess a lot of people are, as I say, having more involvement in their funerals, and I'm actually meeting a lot of people who are actually dying themselves, and we actually go out and plan it with them, and they get a say, they get the last word. One of the funerals I did recently actually had a video recording of the deceased, still alive, and they're actually they had the last say at the funeral. They'd always had that.
Okay, thank you very much for that, and thank you for joining us on the show today. Thanks. And Ian, please, if you'd like to make your way back down. Thank you very much for that spot too.
Very good work, Travis, and much more sensitively handled than I could have done it. Next up on the show, we have a Frank Sinatra impersonator. Well, no. Wrong. That was wrong. That was very wrong. He doesn't look like Frankie. You don't look like Frank, do you?
I don't look like him or sound like him.
No, he doesn't. No. He is appearing in Winnie the Pooh in Sydney very soon. Isn't that right? Yeah. That is right. He's appeared in the past in Hair in Melbourne, and he's doing a Frank Sinatra song. Now, Frank Sinatra may not have been gay, but he did marry a Nancy.
Wrong.
So, wrong. Oh, I'm getting it all wrong tonight.
It's all right.
It was his sister.
No.
His sister,
Wrong.
apparently.
Daughter.
You were wrong as well. It was his daughter.
I wanted to make you feel
Yeah,
better.
but her boots were made for walking after all. Yeah. He's here tonight singing that old Frank Sinatra standard, Witchcraft. Michael, take it away.
Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says, well, yes, indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. Woo. Well, it's such an ancient pitch, but one I just wouldn't switch. 'Cause there's no nicer witch than you. That wicked, crazy witchcraft. Whoa, and although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says, well, yes, indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. Pitch, but one I would never switch, no, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. I certainly won't have to shop for knickers anymore, that's great. It's witchcraft. Yeah, I love that spell that you weave. Here you go, Ian. It's not your colour, but we can do something about that. It's beautiful.
Oh, I've got something else for you.
Oh, no, sorry. At the back, later. Oh, I've been there, it's all right. I don't know.
He hasn't, I can promise you that. But, you got all these knickers thrown at you.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Feel like Gary Glitter?
No, I'd rather some boxer shorts or something. A couple of, I don't know, sports supports or something. But thanks, girls. Thanks.
Well, there were no thongs or boxer shorts thrown tonight, but that is the only guest so far that we've had underwear thrown at. Next week, our theme shifts to erotic and exotic. And just wait. It's going to be sexy. It will be sexy. And I'm sure you'll be there because there's nothing else on at 11 o'clock on a Monday, even though this is the best thing on television all week. Good night.
May my jokes and you and TV Land now rest in peace. Okay. Bye.